All right. Hello, everybody. It's May 30th here, moving into June real quick. So anyway, as you guys know, this call is pretty much open for everybody for anything from hosting problems to development problems to SEO to marketing funnels, you name it. We've pretty well covered it all here. And Anthony, your question has come up from like 3 people this week. So I wanted to address that specifically.
Oh,
Um,
really? Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a pretty common thing about how to connect all the domains and all that stuff. Uh, and basically, what this is, the essence of this question is, should you have multiple websites? And if not, how do you connect them all? Uh, Now, with Google today versus like over the years, it used to be you wanted a whole bunch of sites because one site might rank better than another. Today, it's a little different. They're looking for quality sites, and one of the quality factors is traffic. So if you have, let's say you've got 2 sites side by side, kind of serving the same thing, you're splitting your traffic. So each one of them to Google looks like it has half as much traffic. So it does not look as authoritative. So you're better off to combine those 2 sites, pour all that traffic onto one site, and have it look like it's a lot more active. So in your domain registry, when you sign up, like when you purchase a domain name, in the settings there, you've got some settings where you can forward a domain to any particular URL. So what you want to do, if your domains are all the same and they belong on the same thing, like it's the same website. Like for me, I have internetdominators.com with a TORS, and I have it with a TERS in case people misspell it. So those two are the same. There's no reason that those should be any different whatsoever. So one just forwards on top of the other. It's called an alias. Now, if you've got a particular section of your site, you've purchased a different domain name that was for like a product, for instance, and you want somebody, when they type in that domain name, like let's say you're doing a speaking gig, and from stage, you're going to make it easy on them. You're going to say, go to my website, xyz.com. And you don't want them to go to the website, your main website, and then have to navigate through to try and find that product. You want them to land right on that product. So the easiest way to do that is to go into your domain registry and put a forward on there. And what it'll do, it'll just forward all the traffic from that domain right to that particular page. So again, all of the traffic is landing on that one domain, and Google sees that. So Google knows, it knows they're all aliased together. It knows it means traffic to that one site, regardless of the URL that shows up in the box. Because you can do domain aliasing. That's where, let's say you've got ABC site as your main site, and you have XYZ site that you want to forward to it, but you want people to still look like they're on XYZ. So you can do that. You can set that up, and that's called masking. So you can mask the domain.
Yeah,
So
I went over this. I actually have maybe if I could show you this graphic for a second, if you don't
sure.
mind. Um, let's see here. Okay. So this is now, we went over this with our webmaster. We talked with you earlier this week on email.
Yeah.
So he says with alias sites here, so these blue boxes would be aliases. The URLs would be masked. He needs to keep them on the same root IP address as the main site, and they would be aliases of the main site.
Yes,
So he would be
The IP would show up as the same.
okay. So if you had now the money site would be on a different IP. If you had a category silo for reviews, on the money site. There's no problem with that, right?
No, no, not at all.
And there's no problem if you reciprocal linked between all of these sites. You don't see a problem there either now.
Well, reciprocal sites really in this situation would just become internal linking. So no, there's not a problem with internal linking.
Okay. And if we had, say if you had a review of brand X, there would be different versions, but it's the same general keyword that you're hitting 6 different times with 6 different reviews, say, on 6 different sites. No problem with that either.
No, no, you're really better off to land all that traffic on that one main domain. The only reason that you would want to have those sites on their own hosting, their own domain, all of that off on their own, is if you were creating like a, you know, a linking type network and you were using them for a different purpose. That would really be it. But if you're trying to, you know, rank your reviews and rank your products and, you know, rank your company, all of that should really be under the same lid, whether it's aliased or forwarded or masked or whatever. You want it all really to land on that main site that carries the main IP. And Google just sees it all as one site.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it could be pretty powerful, this idea. So I'm curious to see what happens in terms of the traffic.
Yeah, the aliasing and the, you know, the masking and all that, that's just kind of like nicknames. You know, that's like, you know, I'm John, right? There's a handful of people in my life that call me Johnny. You know, I don't consider myself Johnny. I consider myself John. But no matter what you call me, I'm still the same person. So that's the same thing with that main site. Whatever you call it, it's still the main site. Google knows that. So
great. Okay, thanks.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Anybody else got anything exciting to bring out, or stuff you're stuck on or need help with or don't quite understand? Or
Hey, John.
Yeah, go ahead, Gregory.
Okay, so this is what's transpired. I went ahead and got cookiecuttertraders.com, and I'm getting a lot of nice little good reaction from various people. I'm just throwing the name out and said, what do you think? And they kind of like it. They do like it. The next thing is happening is I'm going to be involved in a new media project, and they asked me what do I want for it to be involved, and I told them that at the end credits, when they do the special thank yous, that I'm going to put up thank you to cookiecuttertrading.com. So that was a way. In other words, I'm going to use their platform to get the word out. I don't know, what's your opinion on that idea?
Okay, so when you say you're going to put a cookie, you mean you're going to put like a retargeting pixel on there?
Oh, no. They're going to shoot a video, a comedy.
Okay.
It's going to be on Amazon. So they already have the Amazon contract to be on Amazon. They're going to shoot it this summer. They're going to shoot six episodes. And then my involvement has always been, I've been always a production, it's my nephew. So I'm the production consultant. And now I'm going to be an exec producer on it. The bottom line, though, is that I always look forward how to play it forward, learning from James Malinchuk when he did Secret Millionaire. So my thing is that, of course, I have my name at the beginning being involved in the project, but at the end, I want to draw traction to cookiecutter.com.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So yeah,
Cookie Cutter, and it'd be a one of those, what to call a credit slide.
Yeah. It's basically a call to action on the end of the video is what you want.
Correct.
And here's some cool tricks about video. Like if you guys are creating videos for promotional materials and any kind of stuff like that, and you're putting them on YouTube or another hosting, most free hosting platforms for video, they'll do weird things with your videos. Like at the end, like YouTube, for instance, when you get to the end of your video, it's going to play another video automatically. So the problem with that, or it's going to show an ad, or it's going to show, a banner for somebody else. So what you want to do is you want to put a trailer on the end of your video that goes for an extended length of time. What that'll do is that will give them time to take your call to action. And what it does, it prevents the next video from coming up and disrupting them in that process. Yes, it does make your videos a little bit longer, and they could potentially, click off before the video gets to the end, and you get less of a view credit for that. But I would rather give them that extra time if they're interested to actually take the call to action than to lose them to the next video, because the next video, it might be better than yours. That would be the worst case scenario. It could grab their attention, and then whatever you just showed them or shared with them or taught them, it's right out the window. It's like here and then gone. So you want to prevent that. You want to prevent that loss. So really important, you guys shouldn't be doing any videos whatsoever without some sort of a call to action at the end of them. Remember, whatever you create, whether it's a video or a blog post or a website or a brochure, everything is marketing materials. Remember that. Make a purpose to everything. Like if you give away a free PDF, the PDF should basically be doing one of three things. It should either be grabbing their attention, connecting them to you, creating more demand and desire for what you have through education, or making them an offer. You want to build that into everything, and ideally you build it in as a sequence. Typically the typical sequence is create something that grabs their attention, like an ad or an opt-in, an offer on your site. And when I say offer, you can have an offer in the very beginning, like opt in to get this free thing. That's an offer. Whenever you're making an offer and you're asking someone to do something, it's really important that you put a value to it. It's like this is a transaction, whether there's money involved or not. The transaction is you're asking them to take an action. So that's a call to action. Treat it like a sale. You're making a sale even though it's a free thing. So for them to pay you, there has to be a value. And what they're paying you with isn't money, it's their information. So again, it's a transaction. You're asking for them to give you something, which is their name and their email address. And to them, that is a value, just like money in their wallet. It's a value. So unless you provide enough value for the exchange, you're not going to get it. So your conversion is going to be zip. So it's like, whatever you're offering them, the value of that has to be way more than what you're asking for. So keep that in mind, and really, seriously, everything you make should have a purpose to it. Business is about strategy. You don't just start creating stuff. That's where you get into a hobby. If you're doing stuff just because you like to do it and there's no purpose in mind for actually turning it into money, that's a hobby. And that's totally cool. If that's what you are into, there's nothing at all wrong with that. But if you come to the table with business in mind and you make the conscious decision, hey, I'm here to make money, this is a business, then you have to think that way and you have to treat it like that. So that, when you're in that mode, business is not about chasing your tail. It's not about wasting time. It's about a transaction. Business is transactional. If you do something, you're trading. It's always a trade, whether it's your time or whether it's a product or anything, there's a cost to it. If you're a coach, it's your time. You're trading time. So your time has a value to it. So if you're going to create a blog post, what's the value of the blog post if it doesn't convert? So now what you've done, you've either just devalued your time to worthless, or you wasted it. one or the other. there's no gray matter there. So that makes it really cut and dry for everything that you make, whether it's, again, whether it's a video, a blog post, whatever. Put a strategy behind it. You should be creating your strategies before you start creating stuff. That's why it's so important. I mean, the act, seriously, if you look at any ad agency that exists today or in the past, they've all built this stuff on a strategy. It's a formula, and it follows the ACTS protocol. They do the analysis. They figure out who are we after and what do they want. I mean, if you break it down into the basics, that's it. It's who are they and what do they want. You can dissect that a whole lot further with details, like what's their problem, how are they feeling, what are they hearing, all of that kind of stuff. And that's important for the communication, but ultimately it's what do they want. If you provide what they want, or you can provide the transformation that they're after, and you can communicate that in a way that connects your product to their desired outcome, that is creating demand and desire. The best way to do that is through education. If you're the one that gets to educate them, you can set what I call buying criteria. Like if you know somebody wants something, an outcome, and you're the one that's going to educate them in how the best and fastest and easiest and cheapest way to get that outcome is, you become their teacher, their guide, their guru, their mentor, whatever you want to call it. But they're listening to you. You have their ear, so you can train them in how to purchase this product or service. When you're the one that gets to do that, that's what I call setting the buying criteria. When you set that up and you say, okay, if you're going to purchase this, if you want this outcome, if, whatever the ifs are in the statement, you say, here's what's most important about that. When you make this kind of a decision, you make this kind of a purchase, make sure that this is done and this is done and this is done. And when you do that, what you're doing, you're giving them the exact formula to buy from you. And you're making it to where no one else in the world, if they went and shopped this anywhere else, the buying criteria is not going to fit, because you're going to have unique mechanisms in there. So what that is, like, let's say you had something that everyone else in the world has. Like, I'll use the diet pill example because it's classic and it's perfect. If you came out with the first diet pill ever, and you were the only one on the market, everything would be easy because you're setting the buying criteria of, hey, if you want to lose weight and you want to do it easily and you want it to just happen while you're sleeping and you don't have to change what you're eating and you don't have to exercise, just take the pill and you'll lose the weight. You'll get what you want from this magic potion. If you were the first one on the scene with that offer, you would sell it like crazy. Because here's the thing, they want all that stuff, and when they go to try and research of where else they can get that, and you've educated them that outcome comes from this pill, this magic pill, and no one else has it, all roads lead back to you. When they make the decision, when they make the purchase, they're going to purchase it from you. Now, here's the big problem with that. Very rarely do we have something that's fresh and new and no one else on the planet has it. That creates a big problem. Most of us are competing in very bloody water. There's very little blue ocean left. So there's competition in almost everything. So the thing about that, the best way to eliminate competition is to come up with what's called a unique mechanism. This is like, some people refer to this as a USP, unique selling proposition. That's kind of ambiguous, and it doesn't really say what you need. That's like they tell you, tell us what's different about you. Well, nobody cares. All they care about is their outcome. They care about them. They don't care about you. They don't care about what makes you unique. They care about what makes the thing unique that's going to deliver the desired outcome. And that's the unique mechanism. So back to the diet pill, for the sake of the example, you were the first one with the diet pill on the market. Now there's 50 of you. There's 50 other diet pills, and everyone's saying the same thing. They're saying, take the pill, lose the weight. Now, the consumers get smarter because they start doing this and they realize, hey, this doesn't work. None of these pills work. So now you show up on the scene with your pill, and they've already tried the others. Yours looks just like them, and they already know, hey, this doesn't work. You're in an impossible sales situation there because they have beliefs you can't overcome. They've already tried it. They know it doesn't work. So you're going to have to do a couple of things here to shift that to your advantage. One, you're going to have to change the belief, because that belief has created an objection. That objection is, I've tried it, it doesn't work. So we go to the claim, proof, benefit statement to change the belief. Now, to change the belief, we have to have some reason that they're going to believe it. So what you say is, you say, I know you've tried the pills before, and I know they didn't work, and I know why, and I'm going to tell you. The reason they didn't work is because our pill, and the reason our pill does work is because it's got Garcinia cambogia in it. Garcinia cambogia is a unique mechanism. It's something that's different, that's the thing that's going to deliver the desired outcome. And the truth of the matter is, this is hilarious in this example, the truth of the matter is, all those pills had the Garcinia cambogia in it to begin with. That was the active ingredient. The first person to say it stood out. They sold the stuff like crazy. And then all of a sudden, the rest of them caught on real quick, and they're like, oh, well, ours has it too. We should say it too. Now you're back to the same footing. Everybody's got the diet pill with the Garcinia cambogia. So at that point, and this is an ongoing game, how you stay out in front of the competition is an ongoing thing. Never going to end. So the next thing to that was they had to expand upon the unique mechanism. So what they did there was they said, okay, our Garcinia cambogia is cold pressed. So the active ingredient is not cooked and killed. That's why ours works and the rest don't. So you see how the whole thing, you don't want to come out full guns with everything. You come out with just enough to make you unique, knowing that you're going to have to change it. Knowing the competition, if they're smart, they're going to see what you've done and they're going to copy you. And then you're back in the bloody water again. So save things. Don't, hold your cards close to your chest. Don't throw them all out on the table. Keep some back so you can stay out in front of those competitors as they come up, as they emerge, as they're biting at your heels. So that's unique mechanism. It's the thing about you that delivers the result, or the thing about your product. So the other thing that it does by doing that, by creating a unique mechanism, here's a really cool thing it does for you. It eliminates price shopping. Remember I've said just a minute ago how you set the buying criteria so all roads lead back to you? The unique mechanism does that as well. So if you have a unique mechanism, like, if you're the first one to say Garcinia cambogia and there's no other Garcinia cambogia references out there, when they go to do a search for, oh, okay, that's what I need, let me just search that, let me research it, let me figure out, who supplies this and where I can get it the cheapest. That's what they do. That is what your prospects are going to do. As soon as you activate them, as soon as you bring them, into awareness and you make them aware of the problem, and they're going to start searching for the solution. They're going to take the education you've provided and they're going to go do research on it, especially millennials. Millennials are the most untrusting group of people I've ever come across. You tell them something, they look at you like, yeah, you're full of shit. Let me let me pull up my phone and just verify that. They do. I've seen it over and over and over. Even relatives, the little bastards don't even believe me. They're my nieces and nephews. So it's just that group, you know. They've been, I don't know if they're raised that way or what, but they are the way they are. You gotta love them. So you just need to understand them and work with them. You know, you can't work against them. You don't want to go against the grain and fight the tide. So anyway, it's really important, that unique mechanism. It does so many things for you. Setting the buying criteria, eliminating competition. You know, when they go to do the research, all roads are going to lead back to you. That is absolutely priceless, because that will make your ad dollars and your efforts 10 times more powerful. You know, 10 times more cost effective. If you don't, let's say you know, take the easy way out. You just say what everybody else says, and now you're spending money to grab attention. You're spending money to get in front of people, and all you've done is you've educated them to go shop and find the cheapest thing. You know, that's a really bad place in business to be, unless you are the cheapest one. You know, if you're the cheapest one on the market, then, you know, that might be a strategy that might work. You know, you might go in and you say, you know, make them aware and say, hey, do your own research. Go out and, you know, if you know you're the cheapest one and you know they're going to come back to you, that in itself could be a unique mechanism. I don't encourage that, because I don't believe you should be the cheapest one. You know, there's value to everything. Don't undervalue, you know, what you do, who you are, what you offer. It's I see that a lot. A lot of people, you know, for some reason, it's a mindset thing. I think it just gets in their way. It's like Matt Bronning. He says, you know, there's people that have an internal thermostat, and when it gets too hot, they turn on the AC. And what he equates that to is money. When they make too much money, they get uncomfortable, and then they sabotage it. And, you know, it's a very bizarre concept to me, but I do see it. I see it's real. You know, and it's truly a mindset thing. They don't believe they deserve it or something. So that typically, that sets up this perfect storm for sabotage and undervaluing yourself and all that. And again, this is all internal stuff. It's not real. It's just what you create out of it. So careful of that. Yeah, go ahead, Melinda.
Hi, John. Hi, everybody. I'm new to all of this. I mean, like brand spanking new, like a brand new baby.
No problem. We're here for you.
She comes out, right? But I'm not one of those millennials, so we're good.
So you're going to trust in what I'm saying right out of the gate.
Exactly. Yeah, I recognize the pro when I see one. So, John, you and I have been working together a little bit, and I purchased Kartra, and
Okay.
you invited me to join today, and so I thought that maybe I could bring that up to see, can you help me understand? I've kind of watched the little videos, but I haven't done anything otherwise. One, because I'm crazy busy with other stuff, but two,
Okay.
I defer to the pro.
Sure, absolutely. Kartra is a phenomenal program. I mean, this thing is absolutely amazing. It's got everything under one hood. So what I can do, I'll take you into my Kartra account, and you can just kind of see. I'll just kind of give you a walkthrough, and then if you've got any like specific questions of how to use it, how to set up, how to get started, in the training area, I've created a training video where I kind of walk through the process of, you know, do this and this and this to kind of get you up and running quickly.
Okay.
But let me just share my screen here.
John?
Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
one of the things that you might want to talk about really tied into the other question about hosting the videos and that sort of thing, Puma. You know, Kartra is a place that you can do that without having to worry about another video popping up.
Oh, yeah.
And then also you can do that within, you know, my system, VaxaSub, same thing, and then have a way to distribute it along with the call to action.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Those are two ways of going about it that take you away from the hazards of YouTube and things of that nature.
Yeah, YouTube and Vimeo and all of that. For those of you that don't know, this is Gary from VaxaSub here, and he's got a really cool software that sends video email. Like, you know how getting people to open video or open email has become kind of an issue. One of the things you can put is in the subject line, you can put a little thing that in brackets that says video. That really is a curiosity thing. And then they click to open the video, and then he embeds a video right in the email and makes it really easy for you to just, you know, it's almost like a voicemail. You know, if you're going to leave a message on somebody's answer machine, you guys remember those, right? Answering machines. It's kind of like that. So they open it up, and instead of just, you know, reading email, which is kind of like work, you know, your face just pops up and you say, hey, you know, remember me? And all of a sudden now they've got face recognition, voice recognition. So like, say you meet somebody at a marketing event and they've got your card, but they're not going to remember you from a card. But all of a sudden now you pop up in their email, they see your face, they hear your voice, and it's like, oh God, yeah, I remember that guy. I wanted to talk to him. Awesome. So
are you able to integrate that with your email sequences? Or is it a standalone thing?
You can create some email sequences within our system where if you wanted to have a sequence of 4 separate ones, and then there is a method by which you can schedule when you want those templates or emails to go out. And
but can you integrate them with your email software? I mean, are there certain email softwares that you have that you already have, like your tracking in for your email lists that are segmented? Can you connect that to what you already have just to supplement it, or
yeah,
like
for example,
product?
You're saying if we're using MailChimp or Constant Contact or something like that?
Yeah, or Drip.
Yeah, well, we do have links within our system to easily connect your contacts from Constant Contact, Outlook, MailChimp, and that into our system. And then it also does include all the analytics and follow-up, so you can see if people opened your email, if they watched the video, if they clicked on your call to action button. All those things are trackable within our system.
Oh, perfect. And it's VAXISHUB, right, .com?
V is in Victor, or video, AXISHUB.com.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Gary, put it in the chat for everybody too, so they can copy it out of there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But yeah, the cool thing about Gary's is it's more personal email. I see it as more personalized. Like your autoresponders, those are going out, those are keeping things active, all that. You can also, you know, you can put standard videos in there and link to videos, but where Gary's really shines is in your day-to-day communication. Because think about how much better that would be to have your face and voice talking to them. You know, when they pop open their email, it's like in Messenger, people are using voicemail in Messenger. And I just think that's the coolest thing, because usually it's just text, you're back and forth. The other day I open it up and, you know, here's a button to click to listen. And it just makes it so much more personal, and you can hear the tone in the voice where you don't get that from the written text, you know. So it's very,
with our system, you know, it's best to have the personal touch, because all the other ways you could send emails out or videos out and you want to blanket a bunch of people. You can use social media, and it's appropriate for that. But when you want to have the personal contact, when you want to develop that specific relationship with that person and address their issue, with our system, it's easy. With just a click of a button, you have 2 minutes to record yourself through your webcam, and it just works great.
All right. So anyway, inside Kartra here, you'll notice you've got a bunch of tabs down the left here, and it starts with products. You know, they assume you're going to set up a product here, and you can set, you know, all the different products that you want up in here. It's pretty much unlimited products that you can set up. And then under there, you've got tracking. You can create coupons if you want to set sales tax for different products. And then self-billing. This is really cool. If you're doing membership sites and stuff, you can set up self-billing, and it'll give you a link to give all your customers or put on your website. So if they want to change their credit cards, if they want to upgrade their membership, if they want to buy another product or whatever, it gives them an account login. So they can actually log into their account and manage their own account. Really cool. It saves a lot of time from the customer service standpoint. Again, that's all built right in here. Up above, you've got affiliates. You can track your affiliates. It's got all your affiliates, you know, what they've earned, what the reserve is, what's due, how much has been paid. Really, really cool here, how you can track all your affiliates and stuff. You've got analytics. And notice like when you pull up any one of these tabs, you'll have tabs under it. So that's where I say this thing's kind of like a Chinese nesting doll. It keeps opening up and there's more and more to it. But they've categorized it all really well. So it functions as a shopping cart. You can create your products and you can do all of your transactions and stuff in there. Under communication, it functions as a mailing list, a database, an autoresponder system, and all of the tracking. So again, under communication, you've got lists, and you can create all these different lists. Like you can see, this is a list I created for the Rockstar Mastermind. 57 people have signed up for that list to receive all the free stuff that I give them. I've got this one. This is a no strings attached offer that I just created. So people are opting in for that. I've got people signing up to be a JV broker for this particular product. So SitePop customers, we've got that. We've got SitePop beta. So you can create all these different lists, and then inside here you can look at your leads. And then you can see all of your different leads. You can create tags. So based on you know, what people do, you can put tags on them so you can follow up with them. Like you might have an opt-in box on your site that people can log into, sign up for a free giveaway, and then you send out a follow-up email. If they don't click the follow-up email to read it, you can put a tag on them that says they never opened the first follow-up email. So based on that, you can set up another sequence and you can send them, like that's called an automation. You can create an automation to say if they didn't open the email, let's drop them into a sequence and let's create a sequence. And the stuff is so easy to do. Like under automations, if you want to add another automation here, you just hit the plus add automation. But like here, what I say here is if a customer cancels their subscription, and this is basically from any price level that they've been in this subscription, it assigns a tag. It says past membership customer. It unassigns a tag of membership customer. So it takes them out of the active customers and adds a past customer. And it revokes their access to the membership site for the standard level. So that's an automation. It's basically if then. So in this case, it's if the customer cancels a subscription, then this happens, and this happens, and this happens. So it's really cool, all the automation. And if you think about, from days past, we had to do all this kind of stuff by hand. And that's, that's hard to grow and scale a business if you don't have automation. This thing gives you, automation like you wouldn't believe. You can do all kinds of stuff like that. You can create automations for any of this stuff, for your forms, your memberships, your calendars.
So remember, I'm brand new at this, John, right? I
do.
don't even know where to start. I mean, I'm looking at all of this and I'm going,
Well, I'm going to get to a really cool part for you here in a minute. I'm just kind of going through all of the, here's what it does, so you get the idea that this is an all-in-one thing. You don't need to buy a bunch of stuff. This does everything for you.
Well, thank God, because I've already done that.
Yeah, haven't we all? So under pages, you get a page builder. So you can create your thank you pages. You can create your opt-in pages, your order pages. You could actually create an entire website in here. Like, I know you've seen this one, the Black Friday special. That's a page in here that was created in here. Some of you have seen this predictable client getting system, but you can create, page after page after page. This was one I created just as a test for Russ, just to say, hey, this is how I would build this page, and then he recreated it in his own software. So you can see, like, this is a home page. I built this out as an actual website. So you can pretty much build anything you want in here in the pages, and it's really easy to build these pages. Like, if you watch the tutorial video where I set this up, you'll see how easy it is to build those pages, because there's templates for everything.
John, can I ask you, John, can I ask a quick question about the Kartra? Do you see them throttling traffic at all?
No.
So even if you have thousands of visitors,
no,
you don't see that.
What they
because
do,
it's a shared server, right?
What
shared cloud.
Well, yeah, it's set up with all the backup systems, the overlay and the redundancy and all that, the spillover servers. So it's good to go as far as that goes. They do charge you for bandwidth. Like, whatever level you get, you have a certain amount of bandwidth, and it's very generous what they give you in the package. But then if you go over that, like, let's say you do some big national campaign and you drive a boatload of traffic and you're getting a bunch of video play and all that, and you're chewing up bandwidth, they have additional bandwidth that you can, it just automatically gets billed to your account. But very inexpensive, and like I said, they're very generous on the amounts that you get with each program. So these are opt-ins. You can create, look at all the opt-ins I've got. Every opt-in is a way somebody could get on your mailing list. So these are all attention grabbers. I don't want to just grab attention for one thing. These are all, like, there's a big idea created around every one of these. In the training, I talk about the big idea is the backbone of any successful marketing campaign. And on the first thing you're going to do for a big idea is you're going to have a way for them to opt in to get more information. So it gives you a way to do that. Here's membership sites. It'll allow you to create membership sites. Like, this is the ACT membership site that you guys are all in. It was created right here. So if you, let's say I wanted to add some content to it, I'd just go in here to edit it. And I go in, and then basically it's in different pages. The whole site is just in a bunch of different pages here. And what I want to do, I want to save this, because if you wanted to change the icon or the name of the membership, you do it right there. But I'll go to Contents, and this is where I click on the builder, and basically it takes me to what looks exactly like the membership site, right? This is exactly what it looks like. And then if I wanted to change this, or let's say I wanted to add something in here, like I want to go in and I want to add to the bonuses page, I would just click on the bonus page. It navigates now to the bonus page, and then I can go in here and I can edit any of this. So I just click edit, and now I'm in here and I can change the text, I can add to it, just that easy. You know, if I want to change this image, it just, you know, it pops up an image box where I could browse and find a new image, or I can change the alignment of the image or the width of the image. So it's all pretty much point and click, drag and drop, easy. Anybody can do it. And then over here, if you wanted to add like new stuff over here, it's over in the window here. You just pick what you want. If you want a new image, you just grab that and you drag it over, and it shows you where you can drop it. Wherever it says drop, you could drop the image. And then it just wants you to find it. So I could just pick any image here, pick a get started now, and it imports it, and there it is. So if you decide, that was a mistake, you can just delete it. So really easy to add stuff in here. As far as the top, like if we wanted a new category, we could just grab it and we could drop it anywhere where it says drop. You could drop a new category, and that would give you a new page. So I don't really want to do that right now, but and a post, if you wanted to put a new post in here, your posts go over here, and then when you click on them, it's kind of like a blog post. Once you click on them, then it would go to that post inside this section. So really, really simple to do this. And then once you're done, you just do save and exit. It automatically updates your website. So pretty easy to do. So any of you guys that want membership sites and you don't have a lot of technical skills, this makes it super easy. It's just like looking at your site and say, oh yeah, I would love to add something in right here. Well, it allows you to do it just like you're looking at it. The videos, we talked about videos, so you can host all of your videos in here. And you can see I have quite a number of videos in there. Calendars, this is where, like, if you have a Calendly set up or a time trade, you can actually replace those with this. So you can save a ton of money. Like if you're paying for video hosting and you're paying for calendars and you're paying for membership sites and you're paying for page builders, you're paying for autoresponders, you're paying for a shopping cart, you could see how all that stuff would add up, and then you got to connect it all together. Real pain in the butt. So this just does everything. And then help desks. If you've ever been on my site, you'll notice that I have a help desk logo. That's from right here. You create that, and that's basically your help desk. So like if I go to my own site, the Internet Dominators, see the little help button here? That's the Kartra help desk, and it just pops it up. This is right out of Kartra. So
does that show up for people who come to your website or just for you?
No, this is on my website. If you go to my website, internetdominators.com, you'll see that little help button, and anybody can click on that, and they can create a new support ticket, or they can get the phone number.
Nice.
So they select a department. If they want billing support or a sales inquiry or tech support, they just pick the one they want, and then it puts them into the right department, and they can type their question. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So help desk, and then here's the part that you're going to love. That's called campaigns. Now, I've been creating campaigns for different people, and I can now share them with you guys. So if you go to the done for you, you'll notice there's done for you campaigns that you can import right into your thing, and it's all set up for you. All you have to do is just like, change the image, change the offer, just customize it to whatever you want. So like you'll notice here, List Builder, if you want to just build a list, they've created an entire campaign just for building a list. Here's an even easier one, a simple list builder. Here's a quick launch. If you're going to launch a product, it's got all the ifs and thens, and everything's all connected for you. If you're doing a book launch, this is a book funnel. This is actually Frank Kern's book funnel. So this thing converts like crazy. Here's Frank Kern's 4-day cash machine. So these are all in here, and you can import them right into your account. On the done for you, they're already in there. And then what I'm doing is I'm creating different campaigns. Like people that want a membership site, I've written an entire membership site template, and I can give it to you. I can import this right into your account, right into your Kartra account, and we just set it up. So most of the work is done. And like if somebody wants a particular type of site, I can create it out of what I've already done. Because if I create an account or create a campaign, I'll just show you here. We'll just call this test. And then when I create it, it just wants to know what I want to add to it. So the basic info here, we'll just do thumbnail. Okay. Okay, so next what I would do is I would add a bunch of assets to this. And basically I'm just creating a campaign. So out of here I can say, okay, I want to add a product. I just select the product. Like this is how I created the membership site. So I select the membership product and I add it. And then the list I can create, I can come in here and I can say membership. I created a list just for membership. So now I add that, and then tags. So you'll see I created all this stuff for membership customers. I'd add that, and then membership again. Remember I said the past membership customer, so I would add that. And basically I'm just creating a campaign out of a whole bunch of stuff that I've already created. So if you tell me, hey, I need a funnel that does this, I've probably already created the pieces. So I can come in here, I can build the campaign, I can save it. Let's see. So I save it, it shows me all the assets that's in it. And I can either keep this private or I can put it out on an open marketplace. So I'll keep it private because this is just for my people. And then there it is. That whole campaign is created. And you'll see here it is. And I could export this. So I could share this right into your account. So see, I can share this with any particular Kartra user by putting in your Kartra username, and boom, it's right in your account. I can send these right from mine to yours. I can also do like what I've done in our bonus section is I can generate a code, and then anybody that installs that code in their Kartra account can use it. So either way, it's like I cannot tell you how much I love this program because it's made creating campaigns so easy, and to work with people and help people create their own campaigns. This for me is just like a dream come true. I used to work with ClickFunnels and it was just a pain in the butt, and it didn't have even a quarter of all of this stuff. So if you wanted all this stuff, you had to go out and you had to piece it all together. And it was just a nightmare for everybody. It was a nightmare for me to try and train somebody on it. It was a nightmare for them to understand even, you know, what all the pieces were and where they were and how to get to them. Can you imagine a different login and a different site for each one of these things to build a campaign? That's what it's like. So this thing is like.
So how does this integrate into your current website? So are you talking about here you would be building it in Kartra, the website in Kartra, and then everything is attached to it? Or are you talking about you currently have a website and then you're building everything in Kartra and importing it into your website?
You can do it either way. So I've done it both ways. Like over here, let me just show you like for a form. If we go into the forms, let's see, I have a free consult form.
Okay.
So over here, you say get the code. And now what I do is I'll take the JavaScript code. So I'll just copy this. And then if I go over to my actual website, see where this is this free session?
Yep.
I just pasted that code in, and now this button is Kartra. So when you click that button, you see it opens up that form. So this is a Kartra integration into my existing WordPress website.
Okay.
And watch how this works. I mean, it opens up this, it offers the strategy session. I put my name in there, my email, website to be evaluated, and then schedule my session. And it takes it right to the Kartra calendar. So now I can pick a date for a schedule. And this is all Kartra doing its thing. So I put a phone number in there. And away we go. Thank you, you're scheduled. So it's so cool. It's all from Kartra. Now, in my email box, I would get the notification that someone's scheduled. They would get the confirmation and how to connect for the meeting and all that stuff. But it's all Kartra. And see, I've even created in Kartra, I've put the footer in here that matches my website. Pretty neat, isn't it?
Very.
And that's all from this form.
Okay.
So the form, close that, and you can see it's right there. If you want to see it, pops it up. So you can see all the different forms I've got here.
Right.
To create stuff like this one here. This is one I just created in Kartra for our site pop software. So it's offering a free 9-minute video, and watch the video and get on top. Again, there's the Kartra form. Click to watch it now, and it's going to send us, this is an actual full website page built in Kartra with the video right in there. If you've been struggling to rank in Google, then listen up. So, and then there you can either scroll the page and you can read all the stuff about it. This is all Kartra. Every bit of this was created in Kartra. And then there's the 3 different price levels. When you click on this, it pops up the Kartra shopping cart being generated. And boom, away we go. So it's literally got everything you could possibly imagine in that one software. So pretty cool stuff. There's that's one of the one of the opt-in forms I created. So anyway, I don't know if that's got you more confused or less confused, but it is kind of an overview of what Kartra is and what it does. It's a very powerful program. And what I love about it, it gives me everything that I need for creating a marketing campaign for either me or for a client. And if any of you guys are on here, Gwen just brought up a good point. I should give you my affiliate link for Kartra. So I'm going to put it in the chat here. And it's basically, I make my affiliate links easy. They're always my website / whatever it is. Like mine is internetdominators.com/Kartra. I'll put it right in there, so it's in the chat for you guys. If you guys are interested in it, you want to go take a look at it, that's my affiliate link, so that connects you to me, and then I'll be able to, you know, push campaigns right into your site from there.
So how long does it take to set, I mean, brand new, never done anything like this before. So how long will it take to set something up, to learn the ins and outs and get something set up? Should I hire somebody?
To set up a Kartra campaign, probably your best bet is to tell me what you want. Tell me what you want to do. And yeah. I can probably piece it together out of stuff that I've already done and just import it into your account for you.
Okay.
And then just all we're really doing at that point is just tweaking it to, you know, to have your copy in it and your offer and your colors and all that stuff. But
okay.
Basically what you do, again, it's like strategy. You don't start creating until you've laid out a strategy and you know what you want. So if you came to me and you said, okay, here's the deal. Here's my big idea. This is my attention grabber. I want people to opt in to get this free thing. And then I'm going to send them here, and then we're going to do this, and then I'm going to follow up with that. I'd say, oh, piece of cake. I'd know exactly what you needed in Kartra. We could piece it together very quickly, and I can do it. If any of you guys need that, I can do that on here as a, you know, as an example for other people so they can learn. We'll do it as a training session. So
I'm going to take you up on that.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I'll be in a training session because I have a seminar launch coming up in July, and currently nothing to get people other than my contacts from my corporate clients. So there's not anything to drive to the website. There's nothing that's advertising it. There's nothing. I mean, it's just kind of a void, and I'm filling these seats. So I really need to get started going, get something out there within the next week so I can start driving people to the site and having them fill the seats.
Yeah, so what you need is you need a product set up so you can actually take money. So they can sign up for the, you know, for the seminar and pay you.
Right.
And that's easy, you know, that you need that set up. And then you probably want to create like some sort of a giveaway to get people interested so you can actually educate them into why they want to be at the seminar in the first place.
Okay.
Now we're getting into more of a fuller marketing campaign.
Okay.
The first thing was basically just an order, you know. It'll make you an order page. You know, if you're ready for an order page, it'll make that for you. But if you need to put butts in the seats and you're talking about cold traffic, then you need a marketing campaign that grabs their attention, creates their desire, makes them an offer, and then takes the order. So it's a little more of a
warm campaign, John. It's not completely cold, but I will be doing some cold leads, but many of them are warm leads. I just need something that looks as professional as what I'm presenting. Sure. My programs are uber professional. I've done this for 20 years, but I don't know how to do all of this stuff.
Okay.
So if I can get my site and my offers and all of that looking as good as what I give to them when they're there for the 3-day seminar workshop, then it's golden.
Okay. Well, yeah, you should be able to do that pretty simply with this.
Okay.
Pretty cool stuff. So
Thank you for showing me that,
yeah,
walking me through that.
absolutely. There's there's another tutorial in there, but probably the easiest thing is to just kind of lay out what you want, and then I'll do it as a tutorial for the group, and
Perfect.
we'll just walk through and show how easy it is from start to finish to actually set up a campaign.
That sounds great.
Because you saw how many pieces I've got in my in my account. I've probably built 10 or 15 different campaigns in there, and all the pieces are there. So pretty cool stuff.
And did Gary put his link in for his video?
Yeah, it's in the chat there, vaxushub.com.
Got it. Okay.
And then I've got the Kartra one. You've already got that, but some people might not have that. So cool. All right. Anybody else got any questions or any stuff before we wrap up here? All right. Well, thank you guys for all coming out and spending the time here, and hopefully you got a lot out of it. So we're on here every Thursday. So there's going to be a Thursday, not next week, but the following week. I'll probably do the call on Wednesday because I'm going out to Vegas for a conference. So
Okay.
we might adjust the dates in 2 weeks. But other than that, we will see you guys next Thursday.
Thanks, John.
All right. Have a great week, everybody.